the president and senior fellow at Stanford University's Hoover Institution. When I watched that video, and a lot of Americans have, I mean, the woman gets manhandled by a very large officer, ultimately gets handcuffed and tasered. I had to wonder if this isn't one of those situations where the cure is worse than the problem.
Yes, John. Well, thanks for having me. You know, I think it's an illustration. The country's off the rails here, and we have to have common sense policy. So, first of all, the president's policy is a common sense policy. I've said it many times. He said it many times. He recommends wearing a mask if you cannot socially distance, particularly if you're around high-risk people or if you are high risk. But when you have an irrational policy like mandating everyone wear a mask everywhere you go outside, then you also have to think through what are you going to do if people don't. And here we have an example. We are turning into a country that is really has people in power making these sorts of mandates that are irrational. They are not with the science. And then what are they going to do? The president is not for arresting people. He's not for mandating things like this. And he's certainly not for tasing people. I think Americans are going to have to end up standing up for themselves and realizing this is out of control already.
She was sitting there with her mother. It wasn't as though she were, you know, on a bleacher seat surrounded by other people. They were, as far as I can tell, completely alone and sitting together and didn't have masks on.